Imagine a car so futuristic that in 1960 it looked more like a scientific experiment than a realistic proposal for everyday drivers. A machine with one wheel at the front, one at the rear, additional side stabilizers, and a tail shaped like a sea creature. Sounds like a joke? And yet it was very real. The Pininfarina X, a project that redefined the understanding of aerodynamics, still fascinates, shocks, and proves just how bold Italian engineers were at a time when most manufacturers clung to conventional forms. This one-of-a-kind prototype became an icon of pure vision, despite never reaching series production. The Pininfarina X was created at the initiative of Battista Pininfarina himself, one of the most influential automotive designers in history. In the late 1950s, he decided to set aside the sporty lines and elegant silhouettes of Ferrari to attempt something radically different: the world's most aerodynamic family car. Professor Alberto Morelli from the Polytechnic University of Turin, a renowned expert in low-drag vehicle design, played a crucial role in the project. Together, they set out to build a car that not only looked futuristic, but would break through the technological limitations of its era. Their 1960 concept aimed to achieve the lowest possible air resistance. Morelli's research led to what Pininfarina called the diamond layout, a wheel configuration that resembled a tilted rhombus or the letter X. The front wheel steered, the rear wheel provided propulsion, and the two side wheels acted as stabilizers. This structure was intended to replicate the perfect aerodynamic teardrop shape, considered the ideal form for cutting through air. The results were astonishing: a drag coefficient of just 0.20, far better than any production car of the time, and better than many modern vehicles even today. Technically, the Pininfarina X was based on the popular Fiat 1100. It housed a 1.1-liter four-cylinder engine producing 43 horsepower, paired with a 4-speed manual gearbox. It wasn't built for speed, with a top velocity of about 90 kilometers per hour, but performance was never the point. The car was an experiment in pure efficiency. Because the engine was mounted slightly off-center at the rear, the designers even managed to create extra space for a luggage compartment. The front wheel was equipped with disc brakes, the others with drums, and the entire chassis was engineered specifically for its unconventional asymmetrical layout. The appearance of the car caused immediate astonishment: a futuristic egg-shaped body, a long tapered tail with stabilizing fins, and, instead of the usual two, 3 headlights arranged in a row at the front. The rear doors opened in the so-called suicide style, against the direction of travel, emphasizing the experimental nature of the design. The interior was simple and spacious, planned as a family cabin, but with the atmosphere of a high-tech prototype rather than a typical sedan. The Pininfarina X debuted at the 1960 Turin Motor Show and was shown again in Brussels the following year. Battista Farina personally drove the car to multiple manufacturers in an attempt to persuade them to put it into mass production. None of them accepted the challenge. The wheel layout was far too unconventional, and the technology seemed too futuristic for customers and mechanics of the era. Today, we know this was one of the great missed opportunities to create the most aerodynamic production car of the 20th century. After its exhibitions, the Pininfarina X was stored away in the company's facilities, where it remained forgotten for decades. Only in 2007 was it rediscovered and sold to collector John Rosati, who undertook its restoration. From then on, the car appeared at auctions and events, earning a reputation as one of the rarest and strangest prototypes of the century. Legends surround its value. In 2010, it surfaced with an asking price of $3 million, though it remains unclear whether it found a buyer at that time. What is certain, however, is that today, as the only existing example, a pivotal piece of aerodynamic history, and a direct creation of Battista Farina, its value is almost certainly even higher. Pininfarina prototypes have become increasingly sought after by museums and private collectors alike. Today, the Pininfarina X is regarded as a milestone in aerodynamic research. It proved that even a family sedan could be shaped into near-perfect aerodynamic form. Its groundbreaking drag coefficient later inspired Morelli and Pininfarina's future work, including the ultra-efficient CNR-PF projects of the 1970s and the aerodynamic studies of the 1990s. Looking at the Pininfarina X now, we don't see a quirky futuristic oddity. We see a precursor to the modern pursuit of energy efficiency. Ultimately, the Pininfarina X stands as one of the most fascinating automotive experiments ever built. The single prototype, born from Farina's creative courage and Morelli's scientific precision, has permanently secured its place in the history of Italian design. It is a car that doesn't just shock with its appearance. It demonstrates how automotive engineering can become true art, the art of anticipating the future,